good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Hope we are all doing well. This morning, I want to bring us a quick word, and I titled it, When You Can't See It. Yes. The Bible says in Job chapter 14 and verse 14, if a man dies, shall he live again? All the days of my appointed time will I wait till my change comes. Yes, there are times in our lives that we are in a situation, but we don't see a way out. What do we do? It's hard to even hold on. It's hard to even think. It's hard to even believe in anything. Yet, God expects us to still believe when we can't see a way out. Job was in that kind of situation. He had lost his children, lost his business, even lost his marriage, lost friends. Everything was dark. He was like in a deep black hole. Yet from that hole, he believed. Yes, God expects us to still believe, to still trust Him, to still hold on to Him when we can't see a way out. He expects us to still depend on Him. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because there's what they call the battle of the mind. All kinds of things will be running through your mind, because our mind is basically a battlefield. But when you do not see a future, if you can still believe, it shows your level of trust in God. And God expects us to trust Him. Yes. God expects us to trust Him, not just when everything is rosy, when we have bread and butter, when we have things going our way. No. That's not when it counts. When it counts is when we feel completely inadequate. When we can't see past our noses. When we are supposed to be afraid. That is when He expects us to acknowledge His sovereignty, to still believe. He expects us to come to terms with the fact that we are totally dependent in Him. Without Him, we can do nothing. Without God, we can do nothing. He's the one that gives us the breath of life. He's the one that sees to it that we have a future. He's the one that takes care of everything. The Bible says He's the one that opens the door that no man can shut. It says, who is it that saith a thing, and it comes to pass when the Lord has not commanded it? So God expects us to still believe when we can't see a way out of our situation. We must depend on God for strength. We must subdue our fear with our trust. The more you trust God, the more you suppress the fears in your heart, the voices in your head, the battles going on in your mind. The more you trust God, the more those other negative things are suppressed. God expects us to still believe Him totally, to trust in His sovereignty, to submit that on our own we can do nothing. We can't help ourselves. Job couldn't help himself. He depended on God. He acknowledged God's sovereignty. He knew that except God changed his situation, it will stay the same. So all he could do at that time was to trust God. God, however you want it, whatever you say, I'm fine with it. Even if it is uncomfortable, I'm fine with it. Because even if you're not fine with it, you can change your situation. Yes, we cannot change our situation. We cannot help ourselves. So it's at the point where you can't see a way out, that is when you must depend solely on God. Yes, we must wait all the days of our appointed time. Sometimes the wait is long, sometimes not so long. But no matter how long the wait is, He expects us to stay the course, continue to trust Him, continue to depend on Him, continue to wait on Him. Yes, He expects us to continue to wait on Him. No matter what is going on, He expects us to live above our fears, to depend on Him for strength, for grace to hold on. So this morning, I come to tell us, like Job waited, let's wait on God. When we cannot see a way out, we must still believe. We must still trust. We must still depend on Him because He's our strength. He's our help. And I know, like He came through for Job, the Bible says the latter end of Job was greater than his beginning, was better than his beginning. Everything he had lost, everything he had before that looked like he had it all together, and then he lost it, he had more. And that is how God works. If we trust in Him, if we depend on Him, if our focus is in Him, our end will always be better than our yesterday. I pray that God helps us and gives us grace to trust Him totally, to believe even when we can't see a way out. Until I come your way again, remain blessed. Bye-bye.